This presentation of Corn Belt League Baseball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all your life's milestones. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
An incredible night for baseball in Omaha here this evening for a Corn Belt battle between the Omaha Black Sox and the Omaha Red Raiders. Excited for a fun one. I'm Kalen Devin with you this evening, joined by Andy Klassen for what should be a great game tonight. The Black Sox 7-4 on the season, and the Red Raiders 3-8. But for the Red Raiders, won their last two games, looking to come in here and try to put up a fight against the Black Sox.
Yeah, a little bit of a winning streak since we last saw the Red Raiders. Had them on last week. Winnable game against the Crop Dusters that they just let slip through their hands. You mentioned the streak. Last one coming against the Rail Riders.
So lots of close games so far, it looks like, again, for this Red Raider team. They let that one slip against the Crop Dusters, lost a battle earlier as well, 3-2 against them, 15-8. Some tough ones against some really tough opponents, but that's kind of everybody in this Corn Belt League.
Yeah, no surprise there. It's just tremendous competition across the board through all 8 teams, and that's what Jacob Wilson, head coach of the Red Raiders, was talking to us about beforehand. If we don't beat ourselves, we'd have such a better record right now. But that also gives them a chance to step back, look at that, make those adjustments, and get back on the winning track, which they've done, Kalen.
And we'll see if they can do that here again today. Black Sox and the Red Raiders for a fun battle in Nebraska, the great state for Corn Belt baseball. Right now we've got the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
This Saturday, beat the heat at your local Ashley Home store. Shop early and save big. For one day only, the earlier you shop, the more you save. Get up to 25% off your entire purchase when you shop from 8 to 9 a.m. The savings are bigger than ever this Saturday. Hurry in and beat the heat. Shop through 4 p.m. Saturday for special savings or interest-free for 60 months. Doors open at 8 a.m. Only at your locally owned and operated Ashley Home stores in Kearney, Grand Island, and North Platte.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
Here on NCN, Corn Belt Baseball, and excited for a fun one in Omaha tonight. The Red Raiders 3-8 on the season, and the Omaha Black Sox 7-4. Kalen Devin and Andy Klassen joining you here on a wonderful night. This is kind of the ideal night for a baseball.
Oh, man.
Especially in the middle of the summer. It's not too hot. It's not too windy. Just a beautiful day.
It really is. Couldn't have a better setting. A little bit of cloud cover in the background. You don't have those, steaming hot conditions or those shadows that are going to be overcasting. Just perfect conditions here for another collegiate baseball performance here on News Channel Nebraska.
Let's take a quick look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Omaha Black Sox. Leading off is Darius Hagan playing center field here tonight. Manny Wells at third base. Spencer Crane batting third, the DH for the Black Sox. Batting fourth, Brandon Zwiener at first. Batting fifth, Sid DeMayo catching tonight. Sixth, Colby Gidcombe at shortstop. Seventh, Caleb Horton playing right field. Batting eighth, Graham Porter, the extra hitter. And batting ninth, Matthew Bridwell, the left fielder. That is your lineup for the Black Sox. Now for the Red Raiders, leading things off, Ty Beasley. He's playing third tonight as well. Ira Lee playing second base and batting second. Gabe Brodatik, he's catching tonight and batting third. TJ Swaney at first base in the 4 spot. In the 5 spot, it's Dalton Nelson playing left field tonight. In the 6 spot, Mitchell Baker, the DH. At 7, Caleb Schramm in right field. Batting 8th, Aiden Augusta in center. And batting 9th, Isaac Sherrill playing shortstop. Those are your starting lineups for this evening. It looks like the Black Sox have taken the field first. They are warming up, which means the Red Raiders will try to get something started. Won their last 2 matchups, like we've mentioned. They beat the Omaha Bombers 8-6. And the Omaha Rail Riders 14-8. So coming off some high-scoring affairs, looking to continue that tonight.
And that's something head coach Jacob Wilson was looking for, is more consistency through his hitters. We're putting up a 14-burger. That's swinging some pretty hot bats there, and a lot of recognizable names up and down those starting rosters, as we had kids from Northeast Community College, Western Nebraska Community College, and Concordia. So a lot of folks recognize these players, and for good reason. We get to broadcast them in other fronts on other sports as well.
Yeah, a lot of talented guys here, and that's one of the best things about, obviously, the great state of Nebraska and the Corn Belt League. So many great options for players who are in college just trying to increase their abilities and get some real tough experience during the summer.
Yep, multiple sport athletes, a ton of them out here. So we'll have them like playing football for Waverly, for example. Then they go on to the next level, whether it's Midland University or Doane University, who had a phenomenal season in baseball. And then this is where they play their summer ball in the Corn Belt League, set here in Omaha. What a perfect setting.
We're ready, set, and ready to roll with the Omaha Black Sox on the mound. It's Eli Sirkovich. He's from Northeast Community College, trying to get some experience down here today. First pitch is swung on and missed. That's Ty Beasley in the box, his first time up to bat, ready to get things started this evening.
Beasley looking for that opening fastball. He got it just off the mark.
An 0-1 count for Beasley. The pitch from Sirkovich. That's in there for a strike. Got him down 0-2 early.
Like the approach here from Sirkovich early on. As you mentioned, the Northeast product out of Norfolk, Nebraska.
Sirkovich, third pitch fouled off by Beasley to the right side. We'll do it again, 0-2.
And all 3 of those pitches, Kalen, have been strikes. They've been around the strike zone, really putting a lot of pressure on Beasley here, the hitter.
An 0-2 count for Sirkovich. He's pitched 16.2 innings so far this season. This one high towards center field. And back is Hagan. Makes the catch for the out.
Yeah, really nice approach. If you're a Black Sox fan, you got to like what Eli Sirkovich did there from the bump. Attacked, pounded the strike zone. Got a lazy pop up to center field for that first out.
Coming up to bat now, Ira Lee. He's playing second base today and in the 2 spot for the Red Raiders. One down early. This pitch outside for ball 1. This first inning brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Here on NCN, second pitch outside, Sirkovich trying to find that corner. Hasn't quite yet.
Yeah, he's really trying to work this one outside, not trying to leave anything in front of the plate there for Ira Lee to drive.
Swing and a miss. That's a big one. Big hack.
Came with the high heat. Lee just third baseman couldn't quite catch up to it.
And a 2-1 count coming from Sirkovich to Lee. Pitch swung and missed again. some movement down low.
And that's where Sokovic wanted to place that one low outside off the plate.
Lee so far this season batting .385. 13 at-bats, a swing and a miss here, and that's a strikeout for Sirkovic. Got Lee to chase down in the dirt.
Really got to like that pitch selection, went right back to it. Got Lee fishing.
The catcher from Bellarmine University, number 42, Gabe Bertetic.
And now Gabe Bertetic up to bat, the catcher from Bellarmine. And if you remember Bellarmine, so they were a team who actually moved up a division in college sports. Kind of interesting fact about them, they won their conference in basketball and were not allowed to make the NCAA tournament.
Oh, man.
Because they moved up a league.
So you moved up and you get punished for
That's what I'm saying.
doing well at the next level. Oh, nice pitch.
That's Bellarmine University. And where Gabe Bertetic hails from. He's got a 1-1 pitch coming from Sirkovic. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Sirkovic on the mound, deals in there a little bit high, but found the zone. Strike 2.
Bertetic going over it with the umpire there, not saying any crossed words or anything, just looking at him like, okay, is that the zone? A little high there? That's going to be called? All right.
1-2 count from Sirkovic. Fouled off, right side.
Oh, and you saw the adjustment right there. That was about the same pitch. Gabe protected. That was an excellent adjustment on the fly from the batter's box. He's a versatile guy. Helps out with the catching responsibilities. Also plays second and third base. So one of those utility guys that's so valuable to a roster.
And a great batting average as well. .364 on the season. Bertetic waits for the pitch. Lines it foul again. Would have been a great spot. A little bit left to that third base line.
Oh, and what an adjustment. Once again, doing a nice job sitting on that inside fastball. A little too inside for him as he pulled it foul.
Bertetic fouling off his last 2 pitches. And we'll see a 1-2 count from Eli Sirkovic again.
And Sirkovic, he does like to look at that curveball in these type of situations. He's got a couple pitches to work with here.
2 down here for the Omaha Black Sox. The pitch from Sirkovic, that's lined again back toward Hagen. He sits under it, camps, and makes the catch to end the inning as we will head to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Scoreless at the end of the top of the first inning on NCN.
Have you ever wondered what's behind the doors of Valley Vet Fashion Direct in Marysville? See, this isn't just a vet supply store. They carry a large selection of all kinds of boots, work, fashion, or casual, for all ages. Make sure you check out the sales selection to steal a deal. Perfect your look with their variety of jeans, shirts, and accessories. And if you can't find your size in the store, chances are they have it in their huge warehouse. Valley Vet Fashion Direct on Highway 36 in Marysville, open 7 days a week.
Keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, do it.
You want to wear your pride on your sleeve? True Nebraskans turn to custom sports screen printing. Pride, dignity, self-respect. You want to show it off. We want to design it in whatever color it comes in. Silver, gold, black, blue, white, red. Custom Sports can turn around unbeatable apparel fast with service from South Sioux to Scotts Bluff.
Back here on NCN, ready for the bottom of the first inning. Early on, scoreless so far between the Omaha Black Sox and the Omaha Red Raiders. And now it's the Black Sox who will have a chance to get some offense going. On the mound today for the Red Raiders is Curtis Flint. As he's getting warmed up today, Flint has just pitched 4 innings so far this season. He started in 2 games, so he's looking to last a little bit longer here this evening.
Well, and a lot of coaches have a really strict pitch count. You know, you don't want to wear out anybody's arms. However, you want to get them the innings pitch. That's the whole purpose of this league. Flint's a bulldog out of Concordia. And he's going to have to be a bulldog today after seeing how Sirkovic got off to that really strong start. He's going to have to try and match him here, bottom of this first inning.
I feel like that's always a really good compliment. When someone calls you a bulldog, you're a hard worker, you're someone on the mound who can get things done right away. And that's exactly what Curtis Flint's going to try to do for the Red Raiders.
No doubt. Kind of show my age here, but Oral Hershiser was called the Bulldog, and he was such a dominant pitcher for the LA Dodgers a number of years. And I would have to agree with you there, Kalen. You earned the nickname Bulldog. You're doing something right.
Curtis Flint will try to be that today for the Red Raiders, but getting started for the Black Sox is Darius Hagan. He's playing center, and he will look to get things opened up.
Hagan's already been involved in this game, catching a couple of lazy high fly balls. You saw those pitches from Fukovic. They had some movement on him, and the batters didn't quite get on him. That led to those lazy high flies directly to center field.
And especially as a fielder, when you get something hit toward you to open things up, can really wake you up to get a game started. So not bad if you're the leadoff batter. You had a little bit of action out in the outfield. Now hopefully ready to see some balls.
And Darius Hagan, leadoff man here, he does a number of things for the Black Sox. Plays shortstop, also plays center field. Another young man out of Northeast Community College.
Darius Hagan, 9 games played this season. He's had 26 at-bats, which leads the team by about 7, batting .269 on the year. First pitch upstairs from Flint for ball 1.
Good job by Hagan laying off that.
Flint waiting to deal. Low leg kick, and the pitch is fouled off left side.
Yeah, that's the first thing that kind of jumps out at you from this tall, lanky left-hander. Not much of a windup, just real direct, gets it home in a hurry.
A lot of the times with those taller guys, you almost expect a bigger leg kick, but he just goes right at the batter.
Almost like he's pitching from the stretch.
That's outside for ball 2 on Darius Hagan. Good eye, and breaking ball could not quite land. Four strikeouts on the season for Curtis Flint in his 4 innings pitched. This pitch as well down low, a 3-1.
He's going to have to bring it here. He's either been inside or out. He did get Hagan swinging on that inside pitch, try to go back to it, didn't take the cheese.
And Flint has walked 9 players so far this season. This one batted, and that is foul just barely.
That's exactly where Flint, he went right back to that inside pitch, tried to get in on the hands of Hagan. Did so. Fills up the count with the foul ball.
Gets this full count early. Bottom of the first inning, the first batter that Curtis Flint has seen today. Hagan awaits the full count pitch and fouls it off.
Really like that pitch selection there. Just put it right there on the corner, knowing that Hagan had to protect. Didn't give him a real good pitch to drive anywhere, though.
Right, and Hagan did a great job on the other end, just trying to get the bat up there. But again, it was a tough pitch to hit. So nice job by Darius Hagan to foul it off. And we'll do the full count pitch again. Flint deals. In there, strike 3. Got Darius Hagan swinging, and the 5th strikeout of this season for Curtis Flint, the first of the day.
Yeah, number 99, Curtis Flint kind of showed you a little grit right there, like a bulldog would, right, Kalen? Got behind, but found the zone, got back into it. And Hagan did, like you said, did a nice job fighting off a couple foul balls there, but ultimately got him swinging for the K.
Right from the get-go. As Manny Wells comes up to bat, the third baseman today. As tonight's inning is brought to you by Liberty First Credit Union. From your first checking account to a new car to your new home, Liberty First Credit Union is there for all your life's milestones. Visit LibertyFirstCU.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. This one's driven and gets through the gap for a base hit for Manny Wells. The first hit of the day for either team.
Wells did a pretty good job just staying on top of that one, driving it to the left side of the field and finding that hole between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Got it right between Sherrill and Beasley, and Sherrill Was a little bit closer to the bag, couldn't quite make a play on it.
See that how he kept his head down, in on it. Didn't try to do too much with it, and that's the name of the game, base runners, on-base percentage, and that's exactly what Wells brings to the Black Sox.
So basic gets things started for Manny Wells. That brings up Spencer Crane, the designated hitter for the Black Sox. We'll throw back to first.
Oh,
nothing doing.
I feel like that was a setup there from Curtis Flint. Those left-handers, they got that advantage as they face first base. Deliberately looked over and kind of tossed it. I bet he's got a little bit better move that he can show a little later on here.
Can be difficult to look back. As you see Wells, he was at first, had to take a step back toward first because you never quite know. Is Flint going to throw at you, or is he going to go right to the batter?
It did kind of look for a moment there that he might go back to first base, really confusing the base runner.
A 1-0 count to Spencer Crane. Swings and fouls it off back toward the screen. 1-1.
And after all that back and forth between first base, Flint did a nice job locking in and delivering a strike to home.
Red Raiders have one out here, but the Black Sox have a runner on base. And one of the biggest things this season so far is that's Coach Sonny Sunigal was mentioning, getting your players that are on base around to score.
Right, that's been a focus of his all season long. Situational hitting, manufacturing runs, and also play free a little bit, guys. Have fun out there, work the base runner around.
2-1 count to Crane with one down. Wells at first, driven toward right center field. Augusta is back.
Could be trouble.
Both back. It is trouble. It drops. As Wells rounds to second, he's headed to third. That ball is quickly thrown in, and Wells gets the shortstop. He will stop at third base, gets the stop sign, and that is a double from Spencer Crane.
Crane found the gap. Both right and center fielders were on their horse trying to get there. Could not quite get the ball, hung up just a little bit. Good for a double.
Schramm and Augusta tried to charge back, and Schramm maybe tripped up a little bit, tried to get there as fast as he could, but stumbled to the ground.
Yeah, it's a tough play when you're looking back over your shoulder like that, trying to track a ball, but also get to the spot in time.
Especially one that carries as far as it does. I mean, you've got 410 back at center field and 325 to the wall at right. It's a deep outfield.
Yeah, a lot of room and area that those fielders have to cover there out in the outfield.
First pitch from Flint catches that outside corner on a beautiful breaking ball.
Look at that double right in the gap. Good effort, though.
And fortunately for Augusta, the ball bounced right into his glove. If maybe it takes one more hop into the grass, he could send Wells.
Yeah, give Augusta a lot of credit for turning on a dime and getting that ball in, not allowing a play at the plate.
This one driven towards center field again. Augusta and Schramm back. That drops. Gets past Augusta. Wells will score. Churning and running another run coming for the Black Sox. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning as Spencer Crane charges home.
Boy, and that's how you draw it up. You get a double and you follow it up with another double. Not base clearing, but it clears the 2 runs. Good for the 2 RBIs.
Brandon Zwiener with the double, the first baseman for the Black Sox. Perfectly hit ball. So back-to-back doubles, and that scores 2 runs on a 2 RBI double from Brandon Zwiener. Brings up Sid DeMayo.
That's usually pretty good for your offense when you record back-to-back doubles.
2 early runs for the Black Sox. And Curtis Flint going to try to keep his composure. Struck out Darius Hagan with his first batter, but has given up 3 straight hits.
Well, and you know, it's not like those are line drives, Kalen. It's just that those 2 kind of looping, long, high fly balls just found the ground. Didn't find any fielders.
Nice comeback pitch from Curtis Flint. Finds the strike zone for a 1-1 count on Sid DeMayo.
So if I'm Flint, I want to stay with my approach and have faith in my defense.
DeMeo leads all batters on the Black Sox. He's hitting .455. And this one lined to short. Making the play is Sherrill. And a good play.
So
the
DeMeo,
lead runner.
Yeah, DeMeo's going to get a fielder's choice here, but a little bit of a gaff on the base path there. That's where if you're a base runner, you got to lock up, you got to stay safe. If it's on the same side as you.
I mean, that's a situation that Zwiener doesn't have to go, but I think after he saw Sherrill obviously field the pitch, he thought he was going to go back to first.
Yeah, it was an oddly hit ball too. It wasn't really well hit. Flint is, he's keeping a little bit of these batters guessing. We haven't seen a real good line drive yet.
Shortstop Colby Gidcombe comes up to bat. He's in the 6th spot today. Breaking ball, catches that corner again. Another nice pitch from Flint.
And I don't know if that's what caused the hesitation there from Zwiener on the base path. How it's just kind of that in between. Is it a line drive? Is it a grounder? What's going on here?
0-1 start for Flint. That again gets that corner. Strike 2.
That's where we've seen Flint try and paint the outside corner. Smart pitch here for him to go back to. Way ahead in the count. He can also look to his curveball.
2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Red Raiders, and this is just hit easily towards Swaney. He makes the play, steps on the bag. It ends the inning, but not without the Black Sox scoring 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left on base as we head to the top of the 2nd. Omaha Black Sox 2 and the Red Raiders nothing on NCN.
Claybaugh Pharmacy provides you with all the pharmacy options a person would need. As a full-service pharmacy, we give you all the traditional options, but also have the modern technology to maintain your profiles. Maybe you're busy. Head to claybaughpharmacy.com. Click on Online Refills to get your prescriptions filled from the convenience of your home. Claybaugh Pharmacy and Gift Shop, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
Top of the 2nd on News Channel Nebraska for Corn Belt Baseball between the Red Raiders and the Black Sox. The Black Sox were able to tack on 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning thanks to 3 hits. Manuel's got things started with a base hit. Then Spencer Crane doubled for 2 runners on, and Brandon Zwiener came up big with a 2 RBI double to put on 2 runs for the Black Sox. But now the Red Raiders have an opportunity to get things started. It'll be Swaney, Nelson, and Baker.
Yeah, exactly the type of start that head coach Sonny Senegal was looking for. Real good at bats early there, and it always helps when you have back-to-back doubles. Manufacture a couple runs there, bottom half of that 1st inning.
Sirkovich back. He threw 14 in the 1st inning, and he gets a strike right back here towards Swaney. Sirkovich deals, swing and a miss again. Early 2 strikes on TJ Swaney for Eli Sirkovich. As this 2nd inning is brought to you by Unity Eye Center. Some Corn Belt League baseball in the best state of Nebraska.
Known for its college baseball, I'll say that. Huge couple of weeks hosting the College World Series, of course, and we've been featuring college baseball throughout the summer here with the Corn Belt League.
1-2 count for Sirkovich from the windup. Swaney trying to stay alive. Upstairs again, ball 2. You talk about college sports, especially big time for the Big Ten today. Just announced USC and UCLA. They are moving to the Big Ten, which affects Nebraska greatly.
It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I always figured we should have Rutgers and UCLA in our conference.
On two completely different sides of the United States. Sirkovich comes back with a big strike 3 on TJ Swaney. Picks up his second strikeout of the day.
Good for his second strikeout, as you mentioned. They're doing a really nice job once again with his command, his location. He's pounding that strike zone.
Brings up Dalton Nelson, the left fielder for the Red Raiders. Nelson, a guy who's had 14 at-bats so far this season. He's batting .286. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball.
And that was a good take. He thought about it. That little slider, or maybe it was a curveball, just trailed away, just off the plate enough to warrant the ball.
Well, it looks like Sirkovich's pitches are moving very well so far.
Yeah,
Two-0 count coming up for Nelson.
Old baseball term, he's got good stuff.
He's got the dirty stuff. Sirkovich, that time, finds the strike zone 2-1 on Nelson.
And you saw how that started way outside, then just kept working kind of slow in a slower fashion to the middle of the plate.
That pitch not quite able to hit the zone. 3-1.
And Sirkovich kind of has a long, deliberate wind-up and delivery. Kind of contrast Curtis Flint on the other side, who's just straight home, not much of a wind-up.
This one lifted and grounded toward Wells, who makes the play over to Zwiener and gets the first out of the top of the second, or the second out of the top of the second.
You got to like how Manny Wells attacked that chopper. If you're a Black Sox fan, didn't allow for that second hop, got it on the first short, then delivered a laser beam over to first base for the easy out.
2 up, 2 down so far, brings up Mitchell Baker, the DH for the Red Raiders. Sirkovich been dealing so far.
Really has, and I like how he's mixing it up. He's not just looking for strikeouts. He has a couple, but he's using his defense. If it's not a pop-up, it's a ball on the ground, and they have a really nice infield. That's one of the things that head coach Sonny Senegal has talked to us about is we're solid. We're solid infield.
Swing and a miss again, as Baker couldn't quite catch up. And when you look at the coach, Jacob Wilson, for the Red Raiders, it's his first year. One of the biggest things he's mentioned about the team is the team chemistry. All like each other, which is pretty good, and some solid pitching so far this season.
Yeah, it's just been an issue of untimely errors here and there. It's really come back to haunt them in a couple of games that they've dropped early in the season.
It's good to have that team chemistry, but got to make sure you stay in all 9 innings. 1-2 count. Sirkovich couldn't quite get the zone on Baker. Pitch dropped a little bit too much.
Well, I tell you what, Baker did a heck of a job laying off that curveball, letting it find its way outside the zone.
Nice crowd here this evening in Omaha. Swing and a miss as Baker chased the outside pitch, and the third strikeout for Eli Sirkovich, dealing after 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second for the Omaha Black Sox to see if they can tack on some more runs. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a 2-0 lead for the Black Sox, heading to the bottom of the second on NCN.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
It's that time of year when the air is at its freshest, the green is on the landscape, and the great outdoors is all around us. With so much beauty in our area, such as Lewis and Clark Lake, there are plenty of reasons to make moments enjoying the sun and a few nights beneath the stars. On your way to your outdoor adventure, stop at Shop EZ south of Yankton and get all the snacks and drinks you'll need. Outdoor Adventures, powered locally by Cenex.
Well, a great start on the mound for Eli Sirkovich for the Black Sox, and now his fellas will have the opportunity to get some more runs across the board as Curtis Flint, the pitcher for the Red Raiders, will look to lock things down. Here tonight in Omaha, Corn Belt Baseball, Kalen Debin and Andy Klassen with you this evening. Up to bat will be Caleb Horton, Graham Porter, and Matthew Bridwell to get things started. 2-0 lead thanks to some big hits from Manny Wells, Spencer Crane, and Brandon Zwiener. Flint's first pitch down low in the dirt for ball 1.
And for the most part, Curtis Flint has had pretty good control here. I do like how the big left-hander doesn't waste much motion. Quick delivery home.
Flint only threw 21 pitches in the bottom of the first inning, but some big hits for the Omaha Black Sox.
Yeah, and you almost feel like he kind of got unlucky because those high fly balls that were recorded as doubles, they weren't line drives or anything of that nature, but they did find their way down. That's the name of the game, right? Put the ball in play, good things will happen.
A little wild on the third pitch from Flint. Can't get the break to come back in. And 2-1 count to Horton. Another one, same exact pitch. Lost a little control.
He might have to get away from the junk here. Down 3-1. He's going to have to deliver something around the plate. Horton's got to be sitting on that fastball.
The right fielder for the Black Sox waits. He does, but fouls it off.
Snuck it by him. It was just inside enough. Horton could not get good wood on it.
.267 batting average for Caleb Horton on the year. He's got 4 hits, all of them singles. Full count coming to Caleb Horton. That's outside, and a great eye by Horton. He takes first on a walk, and that is Flint's 10th walk of the season.
Discipline, real discipline at bat there. Kalen doing a nice job staying off the off-speed pitch that was well outside the zone. Tried to drive one there on that 3-1 count, but then didn't get caught chasing when things got filled up.
This bottom of the second inning is brought to you by Didier's Grocery, located at 340 D Street in David City. They're your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. 0-1 count to Graham Porter. He's the extra hitter today for the Black Sox. And none down. Horton waits. Again, that breaking ball, little lost control, can't come back inside the zone.
Yeah, it's just staying up and out. And I'll tell you what, if that starts to float across the plate, that could spell trouble for Curtis Flint.
1-1 count. He throws back toward first. Keeps Horton at bay.
Horton he wasn't getting too far away from the bag, knowing that lefty could quickly throw it back to first.
It's really almost like a secret weapon. He goes back to first here and catches him in a rundown. Horton caught in no man's land. And we're in a pickle. Throwing back, Horton trying to get away, and the tag is made by Sweeney for the out.
I knew it. I knew Curtis Flint was a little crafty up there, up on the bump, and he totally set that up with a lazy throw over the previous time, thinking that, or setting up Horton, that he had a read on him. He didn't. He didn't show him his good pickoff move. Came right back to it, had him dead to rights, got him in the pickle, easy out.
So Curtis Flint does a great job to not worry about the walk and come back and get his guy anyway.
Hey, that's called helping your case, helping yourself out there. And it always helps when you're a tall lefty and you have a stellar move like that.
Flint's still having a little trouble trying to find the zone. A 2-1 count on Graham Porter.
And it looks like he's really trying to lean on that breaking ball, but it's just floating on him a little bit outside.
That time finds it, gets it back in, and fouled off. Porter had a good look at it. Just pulled it a little too far in a 2-2 count.
And Tyler Beasley, he was all over it there in the 3-hole.
One down now with a 2-1 count after Caleb Horton was picked off by Curtis Flint.
So a couple running mishaps early on here for the Black Sox. Don't like to see that. Get guys on board and they kind of run themselves into an out.
As Flint finds the outside corner, able to get the strike 3 called, and Graham Porter just stunned watching that pitch drive by.
Good for his second punch out here, second strikeout of the game, and now he's really starting to kind of match up here with Sirkovich, who's also got 3 Ks, so some good stuff from both these starting pitchers early on.
And Flint has kind of favored that right outside area. He does it again. He's a little bit, sometimes he is a little wild there, but if he can find it back in, I mean, the batter is expecting it out there, but he's not sure if it's going to be right there for a strike, right there for a ball. It's a close pitch to watch.
I think you're getting a look, you're spot on, of how he's trying to set batters up here. He starts outside, then he works it back in, and he leaves another one well off the plate.
2-0 lead on Matthew Bridwell, the left fielder today for the Black Sox. He's got a hitter's count here with 2 down. We'll see if Omaha can get some 2-out magic. That time inside, finds the strike zone. A nice pitch by Flint.
Really was. When he comes back with that fastball on the inside half of the plate on these right-handed batters, it's come with a lot of success here early on.
Bridwell this season, just 8 at-bats. He's batting .125. We're going to get some more experience here. He dribbles this one towards second base. That's Lee, who makes the throw over and gets the out as Swaney closes his glove. None down, no damage for the Red Raiders as they get the out. That the one runner that made it to base, Horton, end up picking him off, and we still have the same score. Heading to the top of the third, the Black Sox lead 2-0. Top of the third next on NCN.
Shop Columbus Motor Company during Jeep Freedom Days for that new vehicle. They have a great selection of new Chryslers, Dodges, and Jeeps for work or play, and Ram Tough trucks that can handle any job you've got. And they have a 5-day money-back guarantee in case you're not completely satisfied. Stop by their dealership at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus or shop them online at columbusmotorcompanynE.com, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
At Columbus Community Hospital, we understand the needs of a growing family. That's why we are proud to introduce our new maternal child health department. We designed the unit with you in mind. It has suite-style rooms, a larger neonatal intensive care unit, postpartum rooms, a surgical suite, and upgrades that provide a more modern and comfortable space. When it's time for you to expand your family, we hope to see you in our new expanded maternal child health department.
Checking out the Black Sox sign out in the outfield. They tack on 2 runs at the bottom of the first, but were left scoreless last time. And now the defense will look to lock things down. That's one of the things that Coach Sonny Sunigal was mentioning about how good his Black Sox defense is. And so far, Red Raiders have been sat down 3 up, 3 down in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, and it's a really nice advantage if you have situational pitchers and your starters, especially like Sirkovich here, is doing a really nice job mixing things up, but also using his defense, forcing a lot of ground balls or lazy high flies. He knows he has the confidence to throw something in the strike zone, knowing that he can rely on that defense making the plays, backing him up.
29 total pitches for Sirkovich after first 2 innings. On top of the third here. Look to get things started. First pitch, that's a strike. Sirkovich comes right back where he left off. He ended up striking out Mitchell Baker to end last inning. He's got Caleb Schramm up now, down 0-1. And right here is immediately popped out toward Gidcombe at short and 1 away.
And there you go, using your defense, jamming up the batters.
Sirkovich worked fast right there. get the pitch going. And
I mean, if you're a Black Sox fan or a coach, that's exactly what we want to see. Limit your pitches, get some outs.
that brings up Aiden Augusta, the center fielder today for the Red Raiders. He fouls this one off back toward the fence.
Young man plays his college ball over at Morningside. Yeah, he's had some work cut out for him out there in center field early on.
Having to chase back some deep hits as he gets this one lined and right toward Wells. Wells makes the throw over and gets the out. Wells to Zwiener, and just quick 4 pitches and 1-2 down already.
And once again, Wells doing a nice job charging that ball, getting his glove out in front. That one had a little heat on it. Saw a little grin there from Wells as he trots back to third base.
As that brings up the 9-hitter, Isaac Sherrill. Your third inning. Sponsor is Strike Zone. Sign up now for the summer softball camp July 18th through the 21st. Special guest player coaches include Big Ten champion Nebraska pitcher Olivia Farrell and SEC champ Casey Hoffman of Arkansas. Olivia Farrell, not only a great softball player, she also played hockey in high school.
Wow, when multi-sport athlete, and that's kind of something you don't see every day. Women's hockey, which there's a growing number of hockey players, fans, really across the state of Nebraska.
Big fandom for that. That pitch from Sirkovich catches the zone, and strike 2. Down 1-2 is Sherrill.
Yeah, Sherrill has to protect here. He's got himself in a little bit of a hole, down 1-2.
Sirkovich waits, deals. Right back up towards Sirkovich, and the first hit of the day for the Red Raiders is the 9-hitter. Sherrill gets on board with a base hit through the gap.
Boy, and what a piece of hitting it was. Isaac Sherrill knew that he had to protect. Every pitch was on the plate for Sirkovich, who's really done a nice job mixing it up with his fastball, inside fastball, curveball. Sherrill found one low inside, drove it right back up the middle.
That brings up Ty Beasley, who last time out flew out towards center field. But recently, Beasley's been on a tear. In his last game, 3 for 3, had 3 RBIs. And the game-winning, led to the game-winning run, a triple, and he continues his hot streak of hitting here. Singles into left field. That's Ty Beasley, and 2 runners on with 2 outs.
Oh, the Minnesota Morris product was sitting on that opening fastball. Little high, little elevated, but he still liked it enough to drive it over the third baseman's head. And here we go, little 2-out rally for the Red Raiders.
Got to give it the gravel in your voice. Red Raiders, 2 runners on, first and second. Brings up Ira Lee, who struck out last time.
Ode to the great Chris Berman. I don't think he could actually say the Raiders without rolling it a little bit there.
Raiders! Down low, Sirkovich can't quite catch the zone. 1-0, excuse me.
Still like that pitch selection there. Ira Lee, another Nebraska product, played his high school ball at Lincoln Southwest.
Just down the road from the capital city in Omaha this evening. Lee fouls this one off back toward the right side. On a 1-1 count. For a minute, it looked like Sirkovich was in a great situation to get another 3 up, 3 down, but Sherrill has to be the guy to keep things alive for the Red Raiders, and then Beasley continues his hot hitting. A chance for some 2-out magic.
Yeah, ducks are on the pond here. Runner in scoring position.
Lee waits for the pitch from Sirkovich, a 1-1 count. Top of the third inning action as runners go, trying to throw back toward third, and a beautiful play as DeMeo was there to quickly leap up from his spot in the catcher position, throw it to Wells, and make the tag to end this inning. Caught, Sherrill stealing. Score is the same. It's 2-0 Black Sox lead. Bottom of the third coming up next on NCN.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us. Supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
As we go to the bottom of the third inning, we got some signs out in the crowd here today. Go Black Sox.
Hey, they're on top right now. The energized fan base here. Beautiful day, as you mentioned in the opening. Beautiful day for baseball to come enjoy a game out of J.J. Eikenson Field, Seymour Smith Park.
One of those signs has the number 14 on it for Peyton Blinn. Part of the pitching staff. He's not yet been in the rotation today, but always has the opportunity to.
Well, you almost feel like both these pitchers are kind of getting into a groove here a little bit of a rhythm as you see a little K9. All dogs are welcome here as well at Seymour Smith. And hey, there's a splash pad right behind us here. Take your kids to the splash pad, enjoy some baseball. Dogs are welcome. What more could you want?
As I say, are you allowed to have this much fun at a baseball field? You can't have this much fun at a baseball game. Well, that's what Corn Belt baseball does in the state of Nebraska.
You're exactly right. And what wasn't so much fun for the Red Raiders, it almost looked like they had a hit and run on that last inning there. Contact wasn't made. Big swing, big cut, but they gunned down a runner trying to steal, relying on the hit and run for that third out. So kind of a tough spot where you had something cooking and then you ran yourself into that third out on the bases. You hate to do that as a ball club.
Always a tough situation to be in. Here comes up the 10th hitter today for the Black Sox. It's Manny Fragoso. He's down 0-1 after the first pitch strike from Flint.
Fragoso, another one of those guys that can do so many things for you on the field, plays multiple positions, second base, shortstop, and outfield, so you can really plug and play him in a multitude of ways. You know, if you got a guy injured, gives you such great flexibility to your roster, having a guy like Fragoso on your team.
Great defensively. He's looking to get something started offensively. Had 17 at-bats this season, has not yet gotten a hit.
He finds himself in another hole here, down 1-2 strikes.
Flint had a nice breaking ball on his 2-strike pitch. Comes from the windup deals, and that's, again, too far outside. Can't get back into the zone.
Yeah, you see that motion, but just it's kind of been fading on him, staying outside.
A 2-2 count to Manny Fragoso. After this, we'll bring up the top of the lineup again. Fragoso pops it up toward the left side. Sherrill is under it. Nope, that is Beasley who makes the catch and ends Fragoso's time at the plate. We'll keep it back up to the top of the lineup with Darius Hagan for the Black Sox.
Yeah, got jammed up a little bit there, but Tyler Beasley doing a nice job communicating with the shortstop and pitcher, calling everybody off, gathering that little infield high fly.
Just 15 pitches last time for Flint. And he's looking to continue to lower that pitch count here today. First pitch on the second batter, that's Hagan charging in, and making the catch is Sherrill. He calls off the other infielders and makes the play.
And once again, Curtis Flint doing a nice job, relying on his defense, forcing a lot of lazy high flies here, much like he's been doing this entire game. Now they're finding defenders. That didn't happen in the first inning when we saw them generate a couple of doubles there, giving the Black Sox that early 2-0 lead.
And here was the guy who got it started in the first inning. Manny Wells, the third baseman today for the Black Sox. The seventh pitch of the inning from Flint is outside for a ball.
Back to that point, I was kind of hoping that Flint would stay with his approach because I just felt he got a little unlucky there in that first inning. But he stayed with it. Now he's really getting into a rhythm here and using his defense behind him.
This will be a big testament to that, facing Manny Wells, again, who doubled his last time up, or excuse me, he singled to get things started. He fouls this one off, and a 1-1 count for Wells.
Yeah, and Manny's made a couple really nice plays over at third base. A couple of hot balls coming in on him there. He's fielding them cleanly, delivering them over to first. No sweat.
1-1 count coming from Flint. That's inside. Ball 2. Beautiful night for baseball at J.J. Isaacson Field in Omaha. Seymour Park this evening. Flint can't quite catch that zone. That's a close spot to what he's had recently.
It was really close, but I liked how Manny laid off it. He was ahead in the count 2-1. Now he's got a really nice count to work with, 3-1.
Hitters count with Spencer Crane, the DH in the on-deck circle, and now Crane will enter the batter's box as Wells was walked.
So that was an excellent bat there for Manny Wells in that third pitch there where he decided to take it, not chase something that could have been outside, a little high outside. He didn't like it. Would have been a tough ball to handle and drive. Gets the call, and then was able to, on the following pitch, lay off again, take a pitch for the walk.
And a big testament to what's going to happen right now with Flint. This is kind of where he lost control last time. Can he maybe alter things a little bit? Try to find some momentum. Big hack from Spencer Crane, who's down 0-1.
See, and that's where I think Curtis Flint's at his best, is when he's getting in on these right-handed pitchers. You know, that's just a natural advantage for our tall lefties to get inside. You know, that curveball is going to be getting in on those right-handed batters, and that's where we've seen a lot of those strikeouts come from.
You mentioned how Flint's a dog. Well, Crane's a dog too, able to eat up those outside high pitches. So Flint can stay inside. Might work a little better for him. That time outside. Can't catch the corner. Drops too low for ball 1.
Yeah, when he goes to that off speed, it just seems to keep floating on him off the plate outside.
Crane waits for the 1-1 count. Runner goes and a hit and run does not work. The throw down to second is through the glove. And so Wells will make it to second safely.
Pretty good jump there for Manny Wells, knowing that he had a left-hander and he wasn't quite, fully relying on the hit and run. That was definitely the call. But with the wheels, Wells was able to slide in there unharmed, safe.
The speed works for Wells.
And that's something that Senegal also talked to us about. He loves his defense. He also likes his speed on the base passes. This time up by 2 runs, rolling the dice a little bit and still not getting in trouble, as well as able to record a stolen base.
That pitch outside comes back nicely, but doesn't get the ring up.
Thought that curveball finally came falling in back into the zone for Flint. Doesn't get the call.
Even 2-2 count with 2 down. Wells at second base for Spencer Crane.
Still a pitcher's count here. Flint can, as he takes a moment up on the pitcher's mound, he can go to his off-speed. He can go to his fastball. Everything's on the table for him.
This is a big pitch for the Red Raiders. Black Sox lead 2-0. That's outside. Low for a ball.
And I like that pitch selection, though. It wasn't a strike, but it was off the plate outside, trying to catch the batter fishing. Crane doesn't take the bait.
Zwiener in the on-deck circle for the Black Sox. Remember last time he doubled. He's the credited with the 2 RBIs that currently give the Black Sox this 2-run lead. Full count to Crane. Drives this one into right field, and camping nicely, making the catch is Schramm. No harm done for the Red Raiders. They keep the Black Sox at bay with no hits and 1 runner left on base, no errors, and your score the same. Black Sox 2, Red Raiders nothing. Top of the 4th. Coming up next on NCN.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride, in the field, on your farm, in your community.
Feel confident about the used vehicle you're buying with Midway Certified Pre-Owned. Our lowest tassel-free prices every day on a great selection of Midway Certified Pre-Owned Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, and more at all 3 Midway Auto Dealership locations in Kearney or online at thinkmidway.com.
Back here on News Channel Nebraska for the continuation of the Corn Belt League matchup between the Red Raiders and the Black Sox. Right now, Red Raiders will have an opportunity to put some runs on the board. Had a great situation last time up, but could not capitalize with 2 runners on. Currently, Black Sox lead 2-0 and a 7-4 record so far on the season. Caitlin Devin alongside Andy Klassen with you this evening in Omaha on a beautiful night for some baseball, as again, it'll be Sirkovich who takes the mound, continuing his great day so far. 3 great innings and no harm done for the Black Sox.
Yeah, Sirkovich already ringing up those 3 strikeouts, but he's not forcing his way to the strikeout. Like we mentioned, he's using his defense. I really like the command he's had thus far, keeping those batters off balance, going back and forth between that curveball and his fastball.
This will bring up Ira Lee, who was up last time out whenever the hit and run did not quite work for the Red Raiders' favor. This time, first pitch drives it high toward the right side. Heading over is the second baseman, and making the catch is Fregoso. A nice play.
Yeah, the young man out of Lincoln Southwest High School was sitting on that opening fastball. He got it, just was underneath it a little bit. Another fly ball out, recorded for Sirkovich.
1 pitch, 1 out as Gabe Bretetic comes up for the Red Raiders. And Eli Sirkovich keeping that pitch count down pretty low, just through 11 last inning.
You got to like that, don't you, if you're on the coaching staff for the Black Sox? That really helps your bullpen, too, getting later into the game, limiting your pitch count as a starter.
That's outside for a ball. And again, yes, Sirkovich, 16 and 2/3 innings pitched so far, so he's already the team leader in that category. And having that ability to stay on the mound as long as possible is so crucial, especially for a starter.
Yeah, and this is a developmental league, so they really watch that pitch count. They still want you to get your innings in, face your batters, but you can really help yourself, help your cause, help yourself develop as a pitcher if you can limit those pitches and elongate, how long you stay in the game.
Last time out, Bretetic in the top of the first inning. He flew out toward center field. He's down 1-2 here.
Yeah, in total defense mode now, doing a nice job fighting off a pitch that could have been called a strike there, so he's keeping himself alive down in the batter's box.
Waits the pitch from Sirkovich. Another good pitch, good location, but that's ball 2.
And I think all the Black Sox fans thought that might have been a strike.
One of the biggest things that Coach Jacob Wilson mentions for the Red Raiders is that he really wants his team to attack at the plate, and that's something with 1 out so far is what Bretetic needs to do.
Yeah, he has kind of forced his way back into a full count here, so he knows that he can be sitting on something on the plate.
Full count pitch from Sirkovich inside, and ball 4.
Wow.
It's a great location, but a great, even better eye from Gabe Bretetic. He takes first.
Bretetic knew he was a little inside there, still kind of hesitated, looked back at the umpire. Is that a walk? That a walk? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Just making sure. So with 1 out, that brings up TJ Swaney. He struck out in the top of the second inning and looking to redeem himself here with a runner on first.
Plays his college ball over at Southwestern Community College.
Zerkovich pitch close to another great spot. Doesn't get the call.
Yeah, he's not missing by much here. Just got to keep your composure out there and, really just keep delivering those pitches around the zone.
Swaney watches that one in there for a strike. Similar spot, but got the call. Swaney batting .200 on the year so far. He's got 3 hits, a single, a double, and a triple.
He's got a little pop. Got a little power to his swing.
One down for TJ Swaney. See if he can continue some early offensive momentum potentially. Bratetic on first. Zerkovich trying to shut down any chances of life. Another really good spot. Can't find the zone.
And give Swaney a lot of credit here. Being patient at the plate, forcing something to come in on the plate, not chasing.
Swing and a miss. That's a big one from TJ Swaney. Couldn't catch up with the high heat.
I was going to say,
2-2.
As soon as I say that, he chases one elevated up out of the zone. Well-timed pitch that time for Zerkovich.
That's outside Zerkovich. Another nice, good spot. He's close to hitting all of these spots.
Really is. I really do like his pitch selection. They're close, they're tight, just not getting called his way right now.
Black Sox a 2-0 lead. And ball 4 for TJ Swaney. 2 straight walks for Eli Zerkovich.
Yeah, that was a good comeback there for Swaney because he did take that high heat, chase one out of the zone, regained his composure, didn't chase one low and outside, affords himself a walk.
That brings up Dalton Nelson, the left fielder today. He grounded out to short his last time out.
Double play in play here from a couple of different scenarios for the Black Sox.
That's right. You can go any bag here right now and see if you can get that lead runner, Bratetic, at third.
Pitcher's best friend, that double play, and we've seen some really hot balls find the third baseman, Manny Wells. He could just stomp on third and zip one over to first base.
Nelson awaits the 1-0 pitch. He grounds this one toward Wells. And he makes the play over to second. The throw back to first is not in time, so they get one. But Wells charged too hard. He couldn't step on the bag. I was wondering if that Nostradamus effect was coming into play for you, Andy.
He still made a nice job coming in on it. Knew he had to make his mind up in a hurry. Knew where he was going to go with the ball. Zipped it over to the second. They had the play there. Runners in the corners, only 2 down.
So Swaney is out on that, but that advances Bratetic to third. And again, Nelson at first. So Mitchell Baker, the DH, comes up. And now we might have a pitching change for Eli Zerkovich, or at least maybe a conversation.
And that's head coach Senegal out there going to have a few words. You really want to talk things over here. You have a 2-0 lead. You have 2 outs. Just tighten up on defense. Get everybody on the same page.
And this is the time where, Zerkovich, you need to buckle down. You're in a little bit of a tricky spot, but you've worked out of some jams still.
Right, and throughout this game, we've seen Zerkovich keep his pitches low, inside, forcing a lot of ground outs. That's exactly what they would want in this type of scenario. Force at any bag, a lot of pressure. Your infield can play back with those 2 outs.
Senegal just wanted a quick conversation to Zerkovich in the infield. And this is a big spot for the Red Raiders. They had a great look last time out too. Couldn't capitalize.
And you made the point, Mitchell Baker is your designated hitter. This is what he's in this game for, is to bat. And now you have some ducks on the pond. You got a runner in scoring position over on third base. You're down by a couple of runs. This is a great spot to chip away and get back into this one. Get one back for the Red Raiders.
Mitchell Baker in 17 at-bats. He's got 4 hits, 3 singles, and a double. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Sirkovich. Had a big hack.
Oh, he wanted that one.
Baker's also got a couple RBIs on the season. Has a chance to add some here. 2 outs for the Black Sox. Can their defense stand up to the challenge? Another swing and a miss from Mitchell Baker.
And it felt like Eli Sirkovich really didn't waste much time there. A lot of times he's kind of deliberate, rocks back and forth. He got the ball and fired it right back. I don't know. He might have caught Baker off guard a little bit there.
He wants to get this inning over with. 0-2 count to Baker. Sirkovich deals. That one right back up toward Fragoso. The play made right over to Gitcom, and that will end the inning. So the Black Sox find another way out of a jam to continue their 2-0 lead. 2 runners left on base for the Red Raiders. Bottom of the 4th. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
All right, guys, anything else I can get for you?
I think we're good.
Okay, enjoy.
This looks amazing. Oh, he's with my bank. He gets a little taste of everything, all the time. Don't worry, you get used to it.
You should join Liberty First Credit Union. They have low loan rates, high deposit rates, and they share the profits with their members. So no one will take a bite. What's yours?
Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
If you're looking for excellent physical therapy or a great place to work out, Husker Rehab in Beatrice is the place to start. At Husker Rehab, they enjoy a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and they'll help you reach your goals.
At Husker Rehab, we take pain personally, and we're always looking for the best solutions to help you out and have proven results. Hi, this is Ryan Wade, a physical therapist at Husker Rehab in Beatrice. If you have a referral for physical therapy or are looking to get into better shape, we'd love to help you out.
That's Husker Rehab with 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Beatrice, and 1 in Fairbury. Call today for more information or learn more at huskerrehab.com.
Here in the bottom of the 4th inning on News Channel Nebraska for some Corn Belt League baseball. The Black Sox leading 2-0 over the Red Raiders, and the Black Sox will have a chance here to continue that offensively as Curtis Flint retakes the mound for the Red Raiders. Kalen Debin here in the booth with you today, and we're joined by a special guest, Tanya Beckenhauer. Tanya, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. This is really fun.
It is fun. You see some kids, they're playing baseball on the outfield right now. A little bit of a warm-up right here, but we're having fun. Dr. Tanya Beckenhauer with Multi-Care Medical today. And Tanya, first of all, we want to thank you for being here, sponsoring News Channel Nebraska, and of course, Corn Belt Baseball. What does that mean to you?
Well, it just means that our office gets an opportunity to support the community through the sponsorship and just really allow these athletes an opportunity to, enhance their performance and, just overall community support.
Right, and in a developmental league like this, it's so big. And Brandon Zwiener up to bat right now for the Black Sox. But you talk about some of the things that you do with a lot of the players, and how can players keep themselves off the IR table, off of injury?
Sure, absolutely. So one of the things we look at is core strength. That's really the foundation for a player's performance. And so if we can help with performance and core strength enhancement, and if a player starts to feel like they're, a little more sore after practice, or things just aren't functioning correctly, that's something where our office can help with, athletic performance and just overall enhancement of their abilities. We have a lot of athletes in our office. A lot of our doctors are previous athletes, previous coaches. So we really pride ourselves on getting those athletes back on the field, as well as just overall performance and enhancement.
Talking with Dr. Tanya Beckenhauer right now on News Channel Nebraska, and a great game so far. 2-0 lead for the Black Sox on a 2-2 count coming for Brandon Zwiener. So, Tanya, if someone does happen to get injured, because you mentioned there's a lot of that, sometimes you come home from practice, your leg hurts or your knee hurts or you're just a little sore. Again, that core strength isn't quite there. What can you do to help out with Multi-Care Medical?
Sure. We have a lot of tools in our office, for one. We have a lot of different providers in our office, medical doctors, nurse practitioners, PAs, physical therapists, chiropractors, and we work as a team to get the patients better. We have a full rehab floor with various tools. We have a lot of state-of-the-art equipment that's really geared toward a lot of the athletes. So that's, we use education, we use our tools in the clinic, and just a variety of ways that we can not only help the players in our office, but give them the tools that they need to help stretch, strengthen, and so forth, so that they're just better on the field.
And some strength right there from Curtis Flint, getting a strikeout on Brandon Zwiener, which will bring up Sid DeMeo. Tanya Beckenhauer, and with Multi-Care Medical, of course, again, we just want to say thank you so much for helping us with Corn Belt Baseball, News Channel Nebraska, doing so many great things for us, and of course, the athletes on the field.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Tanya, thanks for stopping by today, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Bring back Andy Klassen now, back to the mic, and we'll continue what's been a good game. So far, 2-0 lead for the Black Sox, and after that, Brandon Zwiener striking out on a nice effort from Curtis Flint.
Yeah, it was quite a battle there. Good for his third K strikeout of the game.
A 2-0 count right now on Sid DeMeo. Curtis Flint trying to come back here. Fourth inning is brought to you by Multi-Care Spine and Pain Center, your partner for pain and rehab solutions. Pitch outside, floated a little bit, 3-0.
Yeah, I do got to say thank you to Dr. Tanya Beckenhauer there. Pretty good stuff, and I believe their office has already treated a couple of Corn Belt League players with shoulder and elbow injuries, so always good to have a place like that in your corner as a league.
Because you never know what's going to happen. One day you come home from practice, you're feeling a little more sore, or
right,
a little more tired on one day than another, and a ball four straight balls as that walks Sid DeMeo and gets him in a good position. Brings up shortstop Colby Gidcombe.
And DeMeo, the catcher from UNO, University of Nebraska, Omaha, here in town, draws the walk. He's the catcher, so he does get the courtesy runner here. And no crafty head coach Sonny Sunnigal gets to use some more speed out on the base path.
And courtesy running for him is Dustin Sipe out there today. UNO baseball, they might be the best baseball team in the state. Yeah. As of last year. This one lifted right inside in a tough play made, trying to throw it back over to first, but a great catch by Lee to make that play. Ira Lee ran in, was able to sit down Colby Gidcombe.
Nice job making that scooping play, then zipping it over to first. Nearly came out with a double play. Heads up out of the young second baseman. Plays his college ball for Treasure Valley CC.
That brings up Caleb Horton. Last time Horton walked. 0-2 count right now. Or excuse me, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Flint's pitch, good location, a little too high. Ball 1. Two 2-0 game so far. Black Sox on top of the Red Raiders. The Red Raiders are trying to shut down the Black Sox again.
Now the sun's breaking free of some of the cloud cover here. We have some long shadows across the infield. Always kind of like these evening games. You get to see all the different elements.
That's exactly what baseball has. Lots of different elements. Could be wind, could be shadows, could be sun.
Right.
Could be rain.
Little rain.
Inside again. It almost close to hitting. Caleb Horton just skips by him.
Yeah, Horton didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way there. That looked like a fastball had some heat on it, I might have backed off there, but looked like Caleb was willing to take one for the team.
Not afraid of anything. 2-1 count coming to Horton. Runner on second base. That's Dustin Sipe, courtesy running for Sid DeMayo. Outside again, ball gets away, and Sipe takes third easily.
Flint, well aware of the situation, comes home to cover. Doesn't allow for the base runner to circle third and look at home.
And that makes things a little bit trickier. The start of this at bat, Dustin Sipe was on first. Now he's on third in a 3-1 count.
I was going to say, in a hitter's count here, he can be selective.
Flint has to work out of this to keep the Black Sox at bay. Upstairs for ball 4. Horton walks again, his second time today.
And that's not all bad there for Curtis Flint. This resets up the double play ball here, a ground out. A force is what I'm trying to get at from second or first. You don't want to give a good batter a really nice pitch to look at 3-1 when you have an RBI sitting over there at third base.
There is some action in the bullpen as well for the Red Raiders. Right now we're focusing on Flint trying to finish things up. A hard hit ball into left center field. That's back it into the gap. Will easily score. Sipe from third. Rounding second, rounding third, and charging toward the plate is Caleb Horton. It's a 2 RBI double from Graham Porter.
And that's how big it was to work around the bases there. Graham Porter was looking for that opening fastball, found it, drove it to the gap. Perfect scenario there for the Black Sox, and they took full advantage. Put another 2 spot up on the board, going up 4-0.
And that is a big spot. Again, we mentioned a tough situation for Flint to be in whenever you have the leadoff, or excuse me, you have Sipe, who started the at-bat with Horton at first. He made it all the way to third, so that's an easy run. And then the speed from Horton at first after he was walked made it all the way around.
Yeah, and getting Horton on board there, you really got to see that speed from first base, gets all the way around. Boy, Black Sox doing a really nice job leaning into their strengths as a team.
Black Sox had 2 runs in the first inning, were held scoreless until just now. And a 1-0 count as Flint might be reaching the end of his day. That's outside for ball 2. In the bullpen right now, Jackson Meyer for the Red Raiders. Andy.
Out of Williston State, right-hander. Definitely going to give these batters a different look, as obviously Curtis Flint's a tall lefty. Really likes to set things up with that off-speed pitch.
Bridwell awaits the 2-0 count. Upstairs for ball 3. You might see one more pitch from Flint if he walks Bridwell here, and the change might be made.
Yeah, he's really behind here, 3-0. And this is where you can roll the dice. You're up by 4 runs. You got a runner on second base. Maybe take a cut here if you get something you really like at 3-0.
Bridwell waits. He takes it, and it's ball 4. Was close to the zone, and Bridwell walks, and that should be the day for Curtis Flint. Started things off, lasted 3 2/3 innings today, so not a bad go at it for the starting pitcher.
Not a bad go, and like we mentioned early on, a couple of unlucky balls kind of dropped for him in the outfield, and it really got that offense for the Black Sox kind of kick-started there early on. Got into a rhythm, couple pass balls, though, walks, spell disaster.
The conversation on the mound right now, we'll see if things are officially done. And it looks like Flint will stay out there, so no change to the bullpen made quite yet.
I kind of like this from head coach, first-year head coach of the Red Raiders, Jacob Wilson. He's going to let this young man try and get himself out of some trouble here. This is a developmental league, a learning type of league. Well, this is a learning scenario. Help yourself out, bear down, get an out.
Brings up Manny Fragoso. 0 for 18 on the year. And 2 runners on, 2 outs. Ball taken away outside.
But he's got to get back in the zone.
Can Flint try to find some momentum and end his day with a strikeout? That'd be big. Big for the confidence, especially. 4-0 lead for the Black Sox. Red Raiders trying to keep them at bay here. Fregoso, that fouls that off left side.
And I believe all this damage has been done with 2 outs, and you got a runner on second base. Obviously, the Black Sox looking to extend this 2-out rally.
It has been all done with 2 outs. Brandon Zwiener struck out. That was a great start for the inning by Flint, but then DeMayo walks, and Horton walks. And that set up a 2 RBI double for Graham Porter. 1-1 pitch, that's outside for ball 3. Or excuse me, 2.
Yeah, you want to talk about situational hitting. Porter, the DH, doing a fantastic job in the clutch, tacking on a couple more RBIs, extending this lead for the Black Sox.
Fregoso, a 2-1 count with 2 runners on. And Flint will step off the mound to keep the runners at bay. Go again here. Flint wearing that baby blue hat. Looks nice out there.
Pretty sharp. You're a stylish man, Kalen. I know you can appreciate some style out on the diamond.
I just got a baby blue golf hat. I love it. Appreciate the compliment, Andy. And a 2-1 count coming to Fregoso. That's outside again. Really lost control right now is Curtis Flint.
Yeah, Flint was able to kind of battle back early on when he was leaving those off-speed pitches well outside, well off the plate, and it just kind of seems it's gotten away from him once again here.
3-1 count coming from Fregoso. That's an opportunity for a hitter's count. Will he swing away? 4-0 Black Sox lead. He does. He pops this one up to the shortstop. That is Sherrill to make the catch and end the inning, but not without some damages done. Couple walks and a hit, a double in a big spot to score 2 more runs for the Black Sox. They lead 4-0 heading to the top of the 5th inning for Corn Belt Baseball on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
I was kind of over the COVID, but I had repercussions from it. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and that involved first speech therapy, and then they had occupational therapy, but the big thing there is physical therapy. The level of cure, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. When I needed rehabilitation therapy, I had faith.
Top of the 5th inning on News Channel Nebraska for some more Corn Belt baseball. A big inning from the Black Sox last time up in the bottom of the 4th to tack on 2 more runs, and they lead the Red Raiders 4-0. Red Raiders had some trouble in the last 2 innings. They've had opportunities to score but could not capitalize.
And once again, they're kind of hurting themselves. Run into a couple of outs there, out on the base pass. You hate to see that, especially when you're trying to extend your 2-game winning streak.
On deck right now, it's Caleb Schramm who comes up to bat, Aiden Augusta after that, and Isaac Sherrill. And still Sirkovich on the mound, who's had a great day so far. Kalen Debb and Andy Klassen with you on NCN.
Yeah, so the Red Raiders, they've had their spots, they've had their opportunities, just unable to take advantage offensively. You could say the opposite for the Black Sox.
Schramm pops up high. Camping under it is the first baseman. Zwiener makes the catch easily. 2 pitches and an out.
And it's the 5th inning, Kalen, so you know what that means. A little bit of trivia from our friends over at the Nebraska Brewing Company. So, who was the Omaha-born St. Louis Cardinal that won the Cy Young Award and also was named the NL MVP in 1968? I'm going to give you a clue here. This guy's a legend.
He's a legend, okay.
Yes, he's got some statues around town, streets named after him.
See, the thing with this kind of trivia, I don't even know if I want to guess, and then you just say, really? That's the name you put out there?
Oh, we wouldn't beat you up. We'll go. You can chew on it a little bit here. We'll come back to it once the inning wraps up.
All right, Omaha-born St. Louis Cardinal. All right, I'll have to think about that. 1968. Andy, do you know how old I was in 1968?
I'm going to guess 0.
That is correct. I think my mom was 1, so there you go.
Well, I was 0 as well, but you got to be a little bit of a baseball Nebraska historian.
1-1 count coming up right now for Aiden Augusta. Watch that go by for strike number 2. Our phone's in play for the trivia question.
If you could phone a friend, I'm pretty sure you could find someone that would know this one. I think we got our camera guy here that might be able to help you out.
I might need a hint. I feel like I'm too young for this. Strike 3 called on Aiden Augusta. He swung on, missed. That brings up Isaac Sherrill with 2 outs for the Red Raiders.
The shortstop from Bismarck State College, number 53.
Nice comeback pitch there for another punch out. 4th of the game, I believe.
So where did this St. Louis Cardinal play? Did he play at Nebraska? In Nebraska?
I'm not even sure. I think he went straight to the bigs. His stuff was so good out of high school. And had a long career all with the Cardinals, couple World Series. Big cut.
1968 NL MVP. Yes, a big cut from Isaac Sherrill. 0-1 count. Andy, can you tell me?
I sure can. It's Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson! Oh my gosh. I was not even on that realm of thinking.
There you go.
This one grounded toward second base. A nice throw over, diving to the right side by Fergoso, and ends the inning. No trouble right there on just 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Black Sox leading 4-0 on News Channel Nebraska.
No matter what your age, skill level, or position, your baseball season begins at the Strike Zone. Featuring state-of-the-art batting cages, group and private instruction, the Strike Zone provides athletes all the training and equipment you need to get your game to the next level. Give the gift of development to your baseball or softball player. Purchase your Strike Zone gift cards today. Baseball never ends at the Strike Zone.
At Norfolk Auto Center, they work hard to give their customers the best value around. Plus, they offer a 5-day money-back guarantee on every new vehicle and a 30-day exchange period on any pre-owned vehicle over $5,000, so you can buy with confidence. Call or stop in today. They're conveniently located at 1123 South 20th Street in Norfolk, or shop them online at norfolkchevy.com. Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader.
Oh, that looks like a fun situation to be in. Look at this smile.
He has no idea how good he has it.
Living the best life. Right here on News Channel Nebraska, Corn Belt Baseball.
It's too much fun. Too much fun out here at J.J. Atkinson Field. Everybody's welcome to the ballpark.
That's the kind of sleeping position that, man, if you're in that sleeping position, you just don't want anybody to wake you up.
No, you're exactly right there, Kalen, and we got to give a little credit to Nebraska Brewing Company helping us out with that trivia question once again. World class in every glass. And sorry I kind of beat you up there. I went a little too far back in time with that question.
Oh, that's all right. I just need to do some history, some research. That's it. But there is a new pitcher on the mound for the Red Raiders, and that's going to be the story of the start of this inning. It is Jackson Meyer. He's pitched 13 innings so far this season. 5 games played, just 1 start, but he's had a pretty good outing, pretty good showing so far, a 4.8 ERA and 23 strikeouts, which leads the team.
Yeah, so he really likes to lean on his stuff, and he's going to give these batters a completely different look, going from lefty to righty here. I like the pitching change at this spot for Jacob Wilson, head coach of the Red Raiders.
Curtis Flint ended with 4 innings pitched, so he managed to last all 4 and double his production on the year so far.
Yeah, and right away, seeing that fastball from Meyer.
It's Darius Hagan up to bat right now for the Black Sox. He's down 0-1. Again, the speed from Meyer is relevant. Inside, strike 2, and Hagan quickly down 0-2. He's 0-2 on the day as well. He struck out in the first inning and popped out to short in the third. 4-0 lead for the Black Sox. Meyer loses that one for ball 1, but Jackson Meyer, a great pitcher for this Red Raiders team, and potentially, I mean, he might be the best on the roster.
Yeah, and in that spot there where he was up 0-2, he wasn't going to deliver anything on the plate. Excellent pitch there, low and inside for the opening strikeout. So right on cue, you talk about the strikeout machine. Jackson Meyer gets right to it, his calling card for the punch-out.
His 24th strikeout on this season, and his first batter seen. He sits down Darius Hagan swinging.
Yeah, got up early. Then when he got to that 0-2 count, threw one high outside off the plate, came right back low inside, kept the batter guessing. Of course, that strikeout and gets right back on top here with an opening strike to Manny Wells.
Manny Wells down 0-1. As Jackson Meyer from Williston State College. Pitching today, and now down 0-2 for Wells. We got a great treat right up here in the booth here at J.J. Isaacson Field, just brought to us. Root beer floats in a swing and a miss again, trying to throw over to first for the drop third strike, and gets the strikeout on Manny Wells. 2 batters seen, 2 strikeouts for Jackson Meyer.
So getting right to it, Jackson Meyer, and that was our friend, the commissioner and founder of the Corn Belt League, Joe Siwa, delivering us a little treat here, root beer float. So, I mean,
wow.
I mean, this is a top-level, top-notch baseball experience at Seymour Smith Park here this evening.
This is the kind of thing you just cannot, you can't make up. First pitch fouled off toward the left side, but how about it? Looks good.
Have to really get after that in between the innings here.
0-1 count, and here we go. There's the root beer float that we've got. This is going to be a great situation. I don't know if we should do it while we're broadcasting, but maybe wait till the game's done, or maybe in between.
Yeah, can we get a freezer up here or something?
Spencer Crane up to bat for the Black Sox. He's down 0-2, and Jackson Meyer is continuing to deal. 1 ball thrown so far.
Yeah, you really got to like his approach here, just pounding the strike zone.
In there, looking, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, all for strikeouts for the Red Raiders. Jackson Meyer keeps the score at 4-0. Can the Red Raiders get the bats going in the top of the 6th inning on News Channel Nebraska?
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Summer's here, and it's time to get to work in a new Ram truck. From Tom Dinsdale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hastings, we've got Ram 2500 Laramie diesels in stock or on the way. During the Make the Switch event, lock in the savings with sold order protection and get 0% financing for 36 months. If a better incentive comes along before your vehicle arrives, you're free to take it at Tom Dinsdale CDJR on Hastings North Side or at TomDinsdaleCDJR.com. Tom Dinsdale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hastings.
Black Sox are getting their defense on the field while the Red Raiders We'll see if they can find some offensive momentum. Down 4-0 here on News Channel Nebraska for some Corn Belt League baseball. Kalen Debin and Andy Klassen with you, joining you from Omaha today for what has been a good game so far, especially for the Black Sox. 2 big innings, really, in the first inning and in the fourth inning to tack on those 4 runs total for the game. Eli Sirkovich, have you noticed? He's not on the mound right now. He's done for the day. 66 pitches for Eli Sirkovich, and great job for his day so far as a starting pitcher.
Yeah, 4 strikeouts, but he didn't force it. Really did a nice job using his defense. We're going to bring in Peyton Blinn now. Another one of those guys who can do a number of things. Plays third base, first base, and shortstop. Obviously takes care of some pitching responsibilities in the relief manner here for the Black Sox.
As this inning brought to you by Liberty First Credit Union. Save money now by refinancing your auto loan or consolidating your debt with a low-rate loan from Liberty First Credit Union. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. 1 strike so far for Blinn. He's pitching toward Ty Beasley, who is 1 for 2 on the day.
And Beasley was sitting on that opening fastball. He got it. It was just a little outside. Wasn't able to drive it back into the field. Fouls it off. And then Blinn comes back with an inside fastball. Ties him up. He's in an early hole here.
Peyton Blinn just pitching 1 inning so far on this season.
Kind of surprised Tyler Beasley was able to take that pitch. Down 0-2. That was close.
A 1-2 count. Close again. Blinn has some nice early pitches starting, but couldn't get the ring up on either of his last 2. Beasley awaits the 2-2 count. That's outside for ball 3.
And give Beasley a lot of credit getting down 0-2 early in this count, then having the patience to get back into it, filling it up now. Payoff pitch coming, 3-2 count.
And Blinn works a little bit faster than Sirkovich does. That's down low for ball 4. Blinn had Beasley down 0-2, then throws 4 straight balls for a walk.
Yeah, nice job by the catcher here going out to settle down his pitcher. I believe that, Sid DeMeo, young man that plays ball for UNO, the Mavericks, as you mentioned, quite possibly the best D1 college baseball team in the state. Right now,
that is true. Ira Lee, he comes up to bat with Beasley on first. That's a good start to this inning. Top of the 6th for the Red Raiders. This one lifted short toward right field. Back is Horton, who makes the catch and quickly sits down Lee.
Another opening pitch fastball was a little low out of the zone. Lee went down and got it. And that's just another spot where you kind of feel like the Black Sox were able to sprinkle some hits in timely spots and generate some runs. The Red Raiders, when they get a player on board or a base runner on board, somehow that ball finds the defense, as you saw right there.
Gabe Bertetta comes up. He walked his last time out in the 4th inning. Made it all the way to third base before getting stranded. No runs yet for the Red Raiders, but they've had the opportunities.
They really have.
1-0 count, now 1-1 on Bertetta. A nice pitch coming back from Peyton Blinn.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see from Blinn here is, not too much fancy stuff, not too much, change-up, curveballs, sliders. He's really going to try to deliver that fastball within the zone.
In there for another strike, 1-2.
And in a spot like this, that's really all you have to do. Up 4 runs, latter half of the game. So you got some security there. You got a little bit of a blanket with that 4-0 lead.
Top of the 6th inning, and Bertetta calls time. Slow things down a little bit. Again, they've got Beasley at first base, and he's a guy who has stolen 6 bases in the last 3 games.
And only 1 out here.
This might be the time you send Beasley, and he goes. A hit and run that is fouled off toward the right side, so Beasley will have to go back to first, but that was a great jump.
Really was, and Gabe did a nice job, the batter, of going down and getting it. If that was the call, the hit and run, which it appeared to be so, That was not a very hittable ball, and he was still able to get a little bit of wood on it, so he was going to leave his base runner stranded out there.
Back to a 1-2 count for Patetic. Beasley again dancing over at first. Drilled into left center field. That's down for a base hit, and Beasley safely at second. And a single for Gabe Patetic in a big spot.
Excellent at bat there for Patetic, doing a nice job locating the pitch he was looking for and driving it over the shortstop. Solid hit. And now the Red Raiders once again are in business. Only 1 down, 2 on.
Can they finally capitalize from an opportunity? 2 runners, like you mentioned, Andy, and up comes TJ Swaney. Swaney, a guy, again, 200 batting average on this season, but he has 4 RBIs for the Red Raiders, which is tied for most on the team.
Well, earlier in this one, big cut there for Swaney. We saw a base clearing double that scored 2 runs for the Black Sox. Same type of scenario presents itself here for the Red Raiders.
Peyton Blinn coming in. He's only pitched 1 inning on this season for the Black Sox. That pitch in there for strike 2. Good spot from Blinn.
Oh, and you almost feel like it's now or never for the Red Raiders. They're starting to run out of outs. Here in the Corn Belt League, these are only 7-inning games, so you only got 4 more outs to work with. And here's an opportunity. Player in scoring position, you see there leading off second base.
This one drifted high toward right center field. Running over is Horton. He camps under it and makes the catch. No tag. And runners will stay at their spots, first and second. And I think Beasley knew it.
Yep. And interesting you mentioned that the Red Raiders were not looking to get themselves in trouble trying to tag and get over to third base. And I agree with that. Initially you think, what are you doing? Tag up, get 90 feet closer. Well, it's not the run on second base that matters. It's the 2 or 3 behind him that matter right now, down 4-0. This isn't a spot to be risky. This is a spot to continue the inning and try and manufacture runs.
At this point, you just need to piece something together.
Right.
And try to get that first run across the board. Pitch, and here the runner goes is Beasley, but I think he is safe. The ball gets away.
Yep, good jump once again. And this kind of sets things up here. Completely different perspective. Runners in the corner still have 2 outs, but you got that guy on third base. A little bit of a distraction here for the Black Sox.
I think Beasley would have been safe anyway.
Mm-hmm.
0-1 count. Coming up for Dalton Nelson.
Yeah, great jump on Blinn. Just kind of padding his stats there, recording another stolen base. That's all right.
And this one lined right towards second, makes the play, and stepping on it is Fragoso. His nice day defensively continues, and the Red Raiders get stopped again on the offensive side of the bats. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, a 4-0 lead for the Black Sox over the Red Raiders on News Channel Nebraska.
You have a business, and you are doing everything to make it run just right. But wouldn't it be great if you could talk to someone with good business advice? Someone with practice and perspective, experience. That is us. We are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank.
Order your dream vehicle today with no money down. If you don't love it when it arrives, leave it with absolutely no obligation. We are professional grade at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer. Midway Chevrolet, Buick GMC and Kearney, or think midway.com/GM.
Another chance for the Black Sox to tack on some insurance runs here this evening in Omaha. 4-0 Black Sox leading the Red Raiders for Corn Belt League Baseball. Kalen Devin and Andy Klassen joining you today on News Channel Nebraska. What's been a really beautiful night for baseball. The lights are shining bright.
Yep.
And a gorgeous night.
Perfect setting for some college baseball here in Omaha tonight. You hit the nail on the head with that one. We saw some great shots of the crowd. looked like there might have been a couple of scouts there. We've actually had a few scouts come out to these Corn Belt League games. Seen guys from the Yankees, Minnesota Twins. Actually got them on the broadcast a couple of times. Really fascinating, but where else would you want to be if you're a scout? You get to see 180 players from different colleges represented, and they're all making their case to make that next step. That's why they're playing here in this Corn Belt League.
And you still got your prime left in you too,
Oh,
Andy. You
yes.
can head on down there, start throwing some pitches, and try to get noticed a little bit.
I'll just stick with the trivia. How about that?
That sounds good to me. Jackson Meyer on the mound right now for the Red Raiders. He had a great inning last time up, just threw 10 pitches, 9 of them strikes, and 3 strikeouts for Jackson Meyer. He's already got Brandon Zwiener down 0-1 as well.
Yeah, it just feels like he has a little bit more velocity on the ball than what the Black Sox had seen to start this game off with, and he's really leaning on that fastball, getting it in on the hands on a lot of these Black Sox batters.
And make that 0-2 now on Zwiener.
Yeah, he's been consistently getting up in the count early. Puts the pitcher in such an advantageous spot.
This time it's a drop third strike. Will it be his 4th strikeout? It is 4 strikeouts to start the game for Jackson Meyer. He has been immaculate on the mound to start in his relief effort.
Yeah, and once again, doing a nice job setting himself up. So he comes in hard with those fastballs, gets up in the count. That allows for him to utilize a slider, a curveball, whatever he wants to dig up. That one a little bit in the ground, that's okay. Easy throw down to first base after the punch out.
Williston State College, where are they located, Andy? Do you know?
You got me on that one. Where are we at?
They are in North Dakota.
All right. See, you learn something every day.
And, there are, a lot of great players that come here to develop a little bit as Meyer, again, working really nicely. Got a 1-1 count right now on Sid DeMayo. Meyer actually just recently committed to Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats, to play some baseball. This one lined out towards center field. Augusto back, sits under it, and makes the catch for the second out of the bottom of the 6th.
Boy, and DeMayo put a charge in that one. Augusta did a really good job taking those first couple of steps back. Didn't get himself in trouble charging in initially. Then he was able to close in and make the easy catch in center field. Those guys just make it a little easier than what it really is.
For Jackson Meyer for the Tetons in college, 12 appearances, 19.2 innings pitched, and a 4.5 ERA. With 23 strikeouts, and he's already got more than that this season in the Corn Belt League.
And comes right back with that fastball right down the middle of the pipe, getting up on Gidcombe.
0-1 count, Gidcombe swing and a miss again. Jackson Meyer dealing.
Gotta love that location. Low inside, but still on the plate.
Pitching really working right now for the Red Raiders. But a 4-0 lead still for the Black Sox. Pitch out here for Meyer.
See, and that's okay. Go ahead and throw one way off the plate. See if you can get Gidcombe to chase it. Way ahead in the count.
2 outs and 1 more opportunity coming up for the Red Raiders if Meyer can sit down. Gidcombe, he does. Strikeout number 5 for the relief effort from Jackson Meyer. No runners, no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and a 4-0 lead for the Black Sox. One more chance for the Red Raiders in the top of the 7th inning. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
I think our customer service is second to none. We take care of everyone that walks through that door. We're here to help. We'll get to know you, and we'll care about you.
I love helping people toward better health.
I think what makes USAVE unique is that we're small enough and we're locally owned. We know most of our customers. They're our neighbors and friends, so it's really rewarding to get to work with them and make them feel better.
Trust your local USAVE pharmacy, part of the Health Mart family of pharmacies. We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
One more chance for the Red Raiders against the Omaha Black Sox, who lead 4-0 on News Channel Nebraska for Corn Belt League Baseball. Kaylin Debin and Andy Klassen with you tonight. Thanks for joining us on NCN. And already a new pitcher as Peyton Blinn. He ended up pitching 1 inning, but now a new opportunity. It's Colby Mon on the mound today for the Black Sox, trying to close this thing out and get a 4-0 victory over the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Mon, a true pitcher out of Wilson College, getting an opportunity for another save here. But, hey, let's give Blinn a lot of credit. He also plays a lot of infield here for the Black Sox. One of those utility guys, versatile guys, did a nice job coming in and just pounding the strike zone, delivering strikes, letting the defense play behind him, and securing that lead, not even allowing a run to cross the bases or cross home plate there.
The last opportunity for the Red Raiders right now. They are down 4-0 to the Black Sox. And to try to get it started will be Mitchell Baker, the DH.
So not a bad spot here. You got your heart of your order, your DH coming up to bat for the Red Raiders to try and get things started here.
And first pitch.
The Red Raiders from Allen County Community College, number 41, Ethan Neeson.
Ethan Neeson is the batter right now.
Out of Allen County Community College. Gets a hold of that one. Just needs to straighten it out now.
1-1 count for Neeson. He has 8 at-bats this season. He's batting .125. Great way to get some experience in a spot where you could really use a hit.
Yeah, base runners, that's got to be the focus here for the Red Raiders. They got to get 3 base runners on board. In a scenario like this, Kaylin, all you can really ask is get that tying run to the plate. Then, let the chips fall where they may.
Neeson watches that pitch go by for strike 2. Down 2-2 right now.
And now he really has to dig down and protect. Neeson's got to be thinking, just put something in play, try to get myself on board.
And a swing and a miss for a strikeout. A drop third strike. Make sure you just tag Neeson on his way back out to the dugout. 1 away.
Oh, and what a delivery from Colby Mon, getting ahead in the count. Then throwing a little bit of a curveball low and outside. Got the batter to chase after it for the strikeout.
That brings up Caleb Schramm, the right fielder for the Red Raiders. He's popped out to short and first in his last 2 opportunities. 2 more outs to work with right now for the Red Raiders, trying not to fall to 3-9, but they're going to need a little bit of magic in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, they're going to need a little bit of luck here. I think everyone knows that. But nice job taking that first pitch.
That pitch just hits that outside corner for strike number 1.
Mon coming right back with that fastball.
1-1 count, 1 away for Caleb Schramm. Here's Mon's pitch. Schramm drives this one toward Gidcombe. Gidcombe scoops, makes the throw over, and in time to Zwiener for out number 2 on a great play. Great scoop, great charge, great throw.
And there's that defense that head coach Sonny Sunigal was talking to us about. A lot of confidence in his infield. And Gidcombe fielding it cleanly, zipping it over to first base.
Zwiener really hasn't had to work too hard at first base. He's able to, doesn't have to stretch too hard or scoop it out and down to the dirt. His infielders are making some nice throws.
They really are. Big fella himself made a nice play on a pop-up where the sun just broke free of the clouds there for about a half inning. He had the shades down and made a nice play.
2 down in the top of the 7th inning. And a 2-0 count. This is to Rusty Wortman, or excuse me, this is toward Jacob Aberg. He's had a lot of at-bats this season, 20. One last chance for the Red Raiders, 2-1 count. Jacob Aberg batting 150 on the year.
At Cloud County Community College.
And he rips one into right center field. That's down for a base hit. So what a time to step up and try to get a hit with 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning action, down 4-0.
Oh, the old Texas leaguer gets one down. And that Bermuda triangle over the second baseman in front of the 2 outfielders. But we said it earlier for the Black Sox. Put the ball in play, good things will happen.
Isaac Sherrill comes up to bat. He singled in the 3rd inning for the first hit of the day for the Red Raiders. And that was also with 2 outs. Watch the first pitch go by for strike number 1.
No doubt about that one. Right down the pipe from Colby Mon.
Red Raiders have been shut out 4 times this season and trying to avoid another one here. Another base hit. That Sherrill again gets this one down in front of the right fielder for 2 straight hits. 2 runners on base.
I tell you what, Sherrill did a heck of a job fighting that one off, going opposite field. Young man plays his ball for Bismarck State College, keeping this game alive.
Brings up the top of the order with Ty Beasley. We know he's played well recently. Has a hit today. Walked his last time up. And this is a big spot.
For a big batter, too. He's got a lot of power up there on the right side of the plate. And it's the type of spot you want to be in.
I think the story of the game today is the beating themselves, kind of like how Coach Jacob Wilson meant for the Red Raiders. They're not able to score some runs here. They left a lot on in the last 4 innings.
And he even talked about that situational hitting just hasn't been there consistently for the Red Raiders this season. And boy, did we see that here this afternoon, this evening.
2 outs. Mon on the mound. Deals to Beasley. Just strikes that outside corner for strike 2.
Oh, tough spot here. 2-2. Not where you want to be if you're a batter.
Beasley will step into the box and await the 0-2 count. Mon from the stretch. 2 runners on, 2 outs in a 4-0 game. Outside for ball 1. Good take by Beasley.
You're exactly right there, Kalen, because that's where Mon was looking. You want to throw that one outside, give nothing for Beasley to look at. But if you want to pull the trigger, go ahead and fan him.
Bat sitting on the shoulders of Beasley. 1-2 count. Driven dribbler, and that stays. Well, that did stay fair, but just goes foul. We'll keep it here at 1-2.
Yeah, that pitch was a little elevated up in the zone there. Beasley got a hold of it, but didn't get much on it.
1-2 count and 2 down. Black Sox up 4-0.
You almost felt like Beasley was just off that one like by a half an inch there, and had he squared that one up, that would have been ripped down the line.
He's had some really good looks today. Can Beasley come in clutch? Little 2-out magic. Top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Red Raiders. Gets this one and through the glove of Wells. Wells, who's been a great defensive player all day. The throw back up toward third, and our runners are continuing to move. Now Beasley to second. That advances Sherrill to third, and that is a great score from, I believe, Jacob Aberg.
You didn't see that coming, though. Wells has been a vacuum over there at third base. One gets in on him, gets by him. And then how about the base running there collectively for the Red Raiders? You made mention of it. Beasley doing a nice job getting to second base, not allowing for runners in the corner. Force out is off the table. You mentioned it, the little 2-out magic might be something brewing here for the Red Raiders.
So Aberg scores, Sherrill gets to third, Beasley to second, all with 2 outs and no shutout. Red Raiders managed to tack on at least 1 run.
Oh, nice opening pitch there. Sneaking one by Lee.
Outside corner. And Lee down 0-1. 2 runners in scoring position. Can Lee keep the line moving for the Red Raiders tonight? He gets it through, and that dribbles. Lee, can he beat it out? He does. It's bobbled by the shortstop. Gitcom. Runners try to come home, and the throw back to the catcher in time to end the game. The Red Raiders managed to tack on a run, but Beasley is aggressive, tries to become that 3rd run across, and gets tagged out. Great awareness and a wild way to end this game.
I can't believe it, Kalen. We talked about the entire game, the Red Raiders beating themselves. That run didn't matter. You had runners in scoring position. You sneak in an infield hit, well-hit ball, unable to get it. The first run, yes, you got to take advantage of that. Why? Why roll the dice and risk it in that spot? You got to think head coach Jacob Wilson's thinking to himself, we did it to ourselves once again. Credit the Black Sox for taking advantage and generating a win. They stay hot, win the last 3 of 4.
But that was one heck of a play, one heck of awareness by Fragoso to recover, make the play back to the catcher in DeMayo, and wrap this one up 4-2. A big win for the Black Sox. They moved to 8-4 on the season. We got your top plays, got your player of the game, all coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
Are you struggling with pain or mobility issues? Do you need physical or occupational therapy? Husker Rehab can help. With 6 locations, help is in your hometown or just a short drive away. Our goal is to keep you moving with the most modern and up-to-date rehabilitative techniques. If your life is being ruined by physical pain, come and see us. Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms, in Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Nebraska City. Visit us at huskerrehab.com.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
Back here on News Channel Nebraska as we wrap things up for some Corn Belt League baseball in the great state of Nebraska. Omaha Black Sox get the win 4-2 over the Omaha Red Raiders. And let's take a look at how that happened with our top plays. Kalen Devin with you today on NCN here in Omaha, where it's been a beautiful night for baseball. The Black Sox came in 7-4 with the Red Raiders at 3-8. But the Red Raiders have won their last 2 games. They're looking for some momentum. Black Sox got it off started nicely, though. Manny Wells with a single, the second batter of the game for the Black Sox. So now you have some opportunities here, and things are going to continue to roll. Here's a big double from the DH. Spencer Crane gets in between both players and out in the outfield as Crane walks to second base for the double, and that sends Wells to third. Now, how about this one from Brandon Zwiener? Had a great day today with a big double to get things opened up, a 2 RBI double. That scores Manny Wells and Spencer Crane, and 2 runs across for the Black Sox. Zwiener also made some nice plays at first, though, you'll be seeing here later in our top plays. Now, here's a big swing and a miss on an incredible day from starting pitcher Eli Sirkovich. Only had 4 strikeouts, but he did some really nice things early and stayed consistent with his 66 pitches. We had here to the top of the 3rd inning a nice base hit from Isaac Sherrill. That was the first hit of the Red Raiders opportunity on the base paths today, but still were not able to get any runs across in that third inning. We had, again, to the top of the third where this one was lined in, and that was Ty Beasley, who continued his nice stretch. He's had some really great hits throughout his last couple of games, again, leading those last two wins for the Red Raiders. Black Sox still up 2-0 as nothing was going for the Red Raiders in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning, and the great hitting continues. Another double, and this time it is Graham Porter, the extra hitter. That scores Sid DeMayo and Caleb Horton, and that brings the lead to 4-0 for the Black Sox. Top of the sixth inning, and a great play made by Fragoso to step on the bag for the Black Sox. His defensive opportunities were plentiful, and he made them work. Now here, 4-1 Black Sox, and it looked like another run was able to score, but 4-2, and Beasley tried to test his luck, tried to go home. It was the last out. Beasley probably could have stayed at third and tried to give another hitter an opportunity, but instead, he took the risk and was thrown out to end this game. 4-2, the Omaha Black Sox get the win over the Omaha Red Raiders in a good one. Again, that 4-2. We've got Andy Klassen standing down below with our interview. He has got our player of the game and coach. Player, you'll see Brandon Zwiener with Andy down below on NCN.
And thank you, Brandon. Kalen, sorry about that. Joined now by winning head coach Sonny Sunigal. You guys got up early, able to secure that lead. What were your keys to this victory here tonight?
Well, I thought in the early innings with the left-hander pitching, we were taking the ball to right field, and that was a good approach. Then all of a sudden we got in a little bit of thing where we weren't doing that, and he started keeping the ball pretty low. It was a big double by Graham Porter that put the two-board up, I think, in the fourth inning there. So as you look at the final score, that was a big shot by Graham to put it in left center and score those 2 runs. So pretty good approach at the plate. The last pitcher that came in, legitimate for them. Nice little curveball, tight curveball, and we struggled a little bit with that. So we talked about that. We're okay. We're all right.
Does that kind of change the complexion of the game or your mindset, how you approach it when you're able to get that early 2-0 lead?
Well, I think in the pitcher's mind, maybe it helps him out a little bit. But as far as us, we're always striving every time. We're not satisfied with just 2 in the first inning. We're trying to get runs every inning, whether it's bunting, stealing, whatever we can do, and trying to show the kids' skill on the field. But, yeah, it's always nice to get those 2 runs in the first inning.
You guys are riding high right now, winning the last 3 of 4. How do you continue that?
Well, the game is something where you have to come to the ballpark ready to play every day. If you're not, then the baseball game eats you up. And so you have to keep that mental edge, and I think that's what the kids are faced with in the summer. It's summer ball, right? But, okay, you still got to play baseball. You still got to come to the park and do what you need to do. And so the mental part of it starts getting into it, and that's what they have to come a little bit better on the edge. But, hey, we've been playing good ball. We've had good games this week, and so far we've won, 2 out of 3? So we want to go for that next one. So they're playing good ball.
And what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Brandon Zwiener? Really nice at bat there early on.
Yeah, we needed that. That was for sure. And Brandon, he kind of hits to the right side quite a bit. But that was another good approach, right? The good approach with the left-hander throwing probably a little bit low and outside. Take it to right field. Don't try to pull that ball. And he had a nice shot there. So we're glad for that. And kudos to him.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Brandon Zwiener. Big knock there in the first inning, got you guys up 2. What was your approach at the plate?
It was a good approach, sit backside of the right field, way back, the lefty's in, so the ball's coming into me, so I'm just trying to sit back and drive it to the other way.
And you heard your coach talk about it. He likes it when you guys get up early, 2-0 like that.
Oh, yeah. It's always easier when you're up early.
Now, one of the things we like with the 7 o'clock game, it starts in the daytime, shifts over to the nighttime. At first base, you made a couple big plays there, and the sun just came out. We noticed you put your shades down. How do you have to kind of approach that throughout a game when you have the things changing on you all the time?
You just got to react because everywhere it's somewhere different, something different. It could be wind, could be rain. It's always sun here, so you can prepare for it when you're here.
And take me big picture, because you guys have been doing real well. Your coach talking about how you're able to punch the ball to the opposite field. What's your approach night in and night out at the plate?
It's always sit opposite way because you can sit the outside pitch and then react in. So that's just simple as it can get.
Right on. Now I talked to Coach about this. I'm going to ask you the same question. You guys are hot right now, winning the last 3 or 4. How does that continue for you guys?
With the big win tomorrow night and then go into the break hot and then continue going when we get back.
Brandon, congratulations on a game and the victory.
Thank you.
All right, Kaylin, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. Our player of the game, Brandon Zwiener, finished 1-3, but had a big double and a 2 RBI one under that in the first inning. Also, Coach Sonny Sunigal for the Black Sox, and they improved to 8-4 on the season. Red Raiders dropped to 3-9, but not without a nice fight in this game against the Black Sox. That wraps things up again today for some Corn Belt baseball in the great state of Nebraska. Thanks for joining us again on News Channel Nebraska. For my color man, Andy Klassen, for our truck production with Tyler Lechner, and all of our wonderful cam ops and people here today that helps makes this broadcast happen, I'm Kalen Deppen with News Channel Nebraska. We'll see you next time.